We can really get started unless you have any questions.
Yeah, are you recording?
Yeah, I'm recording now.
Then cool.
All right. So, without further ado, we can get started on Act 1 of Squeaks' dream, which is titled How Birds Are Made.
Well, you see,
When a mommy and daddy
when a
love each other
mommy and
very
dad.
much, it's it's very, funny. I proved it with science. I proved it by explaining it to you.
And then egg.
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 All right, I'm gonna set up the ambience now.
Ambiance.
All right, time to get serious. How birds are made. Act 1. Within your monastery, you meditate on the nature of shadows, how they are a byproduct of obstruction. Their dependency on light makes them, in your mind, part of a grander design. There is no light without darkness, no good without evil, no feather without a wing. You picture in your mind the shades and shadows nearby coalescing around you. They sway to and fro against your feathers, perking them up, touching your skin. It's cold, seeping into your skin, closing your pores. Your heartbeat slows, and your breath becomes visible. You are now one with it. You are one with the shadows. You are darkness itself. You are what creeps into the rooms of sleeping commoners at night. You are the reason why they clung to their torches as they extinguished their beacons of hope and safety. You come not as a dangerous devil, but as a force of nature. A neutral omen that scares the minds of the helpless due to your lack of warmth, your lack of visibility, lacking anything. You extinguish their beacons, wake them from their sleeping dreams, not because you are evil or mean them harm, but because you are unpredictable. You cannot be stopped. You can only be accepted. That is what it means to be a shade, a monk of the shadows. To be a reminder that the world was not made for mankind, that they were simply born into it. You are now standing atop a chimney. The night is filled with stars, and the moon is in its new phase. Good, you think to yourself. The moon shall not expose me tonight, you think. Across the street, there are guards. They all seem to be putting up wanted signs. Do you go over to see or try to see what these signs read?
Only if I can't be seen.
Uh, okay. Give me a perception check.
Mm, I got a 5.
Hmm. You can't really quite tell what the words say, but you can see a depiction of a Kenku. You think it's yourself. You scoff at the drawing. You hide within the alleys, scaling up buildings silently, stalking a particular man, Henry Hornigold. Henry is clutching a piece of paper and stuffing it in his coat. You see him try to hide it from prying eyes, but he cannot escape yours. Hornigold has been falsifying evidence against your clan of shadow monks for months now. Gloomstalker, your elder, has tasked you, a fledgling Kenku, to take it back. No room for failure, you think. Okay. So right now you are in between alleyways, you're scaling up buildings, you're stalking this man, Henry, who apparently has been falsifying evidence against your clan. You've been tasked to take it back, the evidence. What is Squeaks thinking right now? What does she wish to do as she's trying to avoid sight from this man?
First of all, I only need to take back the evidence. I don't need to actually kill him.
You do not need to harm him in any way. You just need to take the paper that he has. In fact, you're not very used to violence at this point. You're pretty young still. This is in the past, I'd say. Before you met the party, and this is also your first mission out in the open.
All right, perfect. She would be actually, if this is one of her first missions, she would actually be fairly nervous, but determined.
Okay. With your natural dexterity and lightweight, you manage to skulk within shadows, creeping behind things. The guards do not see you. They do not notice any sort of movement of any kind. You can kind of see that Henry is kind of muttering to himself. You can't really tell what, though. Henry Hornigold shambles and stumbles across the concrete pavement of the street. You stalk him from cold rooftops above, the grimy alleys between tall buildings, and dark shadows around any and all corners. No escape, you think to yourself. Hornigold then stops at a building with a large door. You assumed this to be his manor. The guards stand at his back, covering him as he inserts his key into the door's lock. You can see how there are many keys on the keychain. Might need that, you think. After about 15 seconds, Hornigold undoes every lock at his door, clicking one by one. Click, 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 click. And walks inside with his guards accompanying him. Give me a perception check.
I got a 3.
Wow.
I know, the dice don't like me today.
Well, with a 3, all you really notice is the front door, but you kind of don't want to use it. It seems too risky to just go in through the front. You want to look around for any other alternative entryways.
That I do.
So you will have to creep a little closer. There aren't any guards in sight, but you will have to get closer to scan the perimeter of this manor.
Alright, I'll still want to stealth.
Mm-hmm. So sneaking around, with your perception, you can see several windows across the sides of the manor, a tall smoking chimney on top, a dirty carpet along the front entrance, a large fountain that depicts a child with angel wings playing a harp, and several rats running alongside the balcony, climbing up and down the gutters. So many choices, you think. Which of these options would you like to look into?
I actually want to go investigate where the rats are coming from. Because if they can get in and out of the building, then it might be a little safer that way.
Okay. So the rats, nimble as they are, they go down and up some pipeways that lead to a visible balcony, a second floor from the outside. If you want, with an acrobatics check, you can try scaling this.
I will do that.
Sweet.
I got a 14 for that.
Not bad. Alright, slowly, you try to shimmy your way up these gutters. And you do manage to make it on top of the second balcony. There is a open window with some blowing white drapes.
Can I stealth through?
Roll stealth.
That is a 23.
Fantastic. You quickly swoop your entire body in a very fast motion and leap through the window in one go without making a hint of sound. Good job. Let me shift the ambience now.
She is, in her youthful whimsy, she is going to mentally pat herself on the back for that.
Very good job. You are now inside the manor. Once inside, you can see that the mansion is very dark and dusty. Candles are half melted, china hasn't been put away, and a chandelier is high above you. It seems to reflect the light off the window, and you are easily amused by the shiny chandelier.
Shiny.
You start thinking as to where the key could possibly be. You start to reason where he could have put them. Most people put their keys near their front door, or in their bedroom, or if the person has staff, they might give the key to a servant. As you begin rationalizing, a guard seems to approach with another close behind. Do you wish to sneak?
Yes.
Roll it.
I got a 13 this time.
Still okay. They seem to be pretty preoccupied with their own conversation. You can hear vague whispers of their conversation. You hear the words, "Bird girl," "Monastery is a," "Hornigold is," "Keys in the." It seems whatever they're talking about could be important, but the time's passed and they moved on from the topic. What do you do?
Well, they've moved on from the topic already. There's really no use following them to try to hear more.
Maybe. Do you want to keep listening out, see what they keep on saying, or would you like to stay put?
I'll listen for a little while longer.
Okay. About a minute passes, and they start walking away. And you see an empty wardrobe atop the chandelier, although it's high above ground. You see a very low table with some shiny silverware on top of it. You can see a closet opened ajar with what appears to be a raven statue inside. Or you simply can move on.
God. I have to be in character. I want to swipe the silverware.
You want to swipe the silverware.
I have to stay in character.
All right,
It's what she would have done.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
That is a 21.
Not bad. So you managed to steal most of them. You managed to steal a spoon, a knife, a fork, and several each of them. But in your excitement, and you kind of knock over a plate, and it shatters. Huh? What was that? Uh-oh. What do you do?
I want to hide.
Give me stealth, and tell me where you want to hide to.
Um,
I can.
e-
I said there was an empty wardrobe, but it's tall. There's a chandelier right above you, and there's an open closet.
I want to. Like, how tall is this wardrobe? Is it taller than them?
It's pretty tall, about 20 feet.
I want to hide on top of it.
Give me an acrobatics check.
So, do you want stealth or acrobatics first?
Either one. Stealth first, actually.
Oh, oops.
That's okay, it's okay, no problem.
Um, I'll just roll both.
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap. Stealth was 6, acrobatics was 12. I'm not having a good day.
Uh-oh. So, you managed to shimmy on top of the wardrobe, but you do it a bit clumsily because of the fear you now have. So, you are now on top, and it is dark, thankfully, and you see a guard approaching a bit angrily. Oh, who the hell? What? He starts looking around a bit. He notices the window that you crawled through, shuts it. This damn place at night, always inviting in. Whatever. The man appears a bit middle-aged, and he takes a look at the wardrobe that you are on top of. He approaches it, and you can feel your heart beating, palpitating. He opens the wardrobe and sees nothing inside. He takes out a little scooper and mini brush, broom I mean, and scoops up the broken plates of china. Master's not gonna like me. Then he walks away. What do you do now?
She will take a moment to just calm down. It would have really made her nervous to be caught. But once she has, she'll take a look around to see what her options are for moving on.
Well, there's two ways. There's a hallway leading to the left that seems pretty well lit but empty. And there's a way where he came from, which is a bit more dark, but you know he will be in that area. Which do you take?
Take the hallway.
Which one? The one on the left that's lit, or the one that's not?
The way that's lit.
Alright. As you move about the hallways, you can see torches that create tiny sparks of lightning in the middle. It is very shiny and bright. So much so that it even hurts your eyes a bit if you stare at it.
She'll ignore those fairly well. It is a light-based shiny. It is not a valuable kind of shiny.
Right.
So she'll just kind of duck her head down and move through this hallway as quietly as possible.
Okay. You seem out on a door on the left. You seem to hear voices from guards. Would you like to listen in or bypass them?
I will listen in unless it sounds like they're coming toward the door.
Doesn't seem like it. At least you don't think so.
And I'll listen in for a short while.
Okay. So, give me a perception check.
19.
Not bad at all. So, you can kind of hear them mutter a little. One of them says, "I'm getting sick and tired of the maidens." "Why?" Another voice says back. "All they keep talking about is Walter." "Well, sure, he did die young, at least." "Well, hold on. First, we shouldn't just... We don't know where the master is. You know he doesn't like hearing about it. The master's normally asleep by now. He doesn't like lingering up in his house at nighttime." "True. But I don't like the feeling it gives me. Talking about dead children is just morbid for me." The other one says he understands. And you begin to question who this Walter person is. You didn't think Henry Hornigold, the man you came to rob, you didn't think he had family or friends. So you scratch at your head a bit, thinking who Walter could be. And then you hear some chairs scoot back, and now it seems like they're coming towards the door. What do you do?
Want to move on quickly, please.
Very good. Okay. So you manage to hide yourself around a corner. You see the two guards walk out, and they walk the opposite direction you came from, so away from you. Good, you think.
Were there only 2 guards in there?
Seems like it, yes.
Oh, what kind of room was that?
You could try going back and give me a perception check.
Yes, I would like to, please.
Alright, so you go back in.
And my perception is garbage, though. I have a 5.
Oof. So
Big oof.
it's pretty dark in here, especially for you. The only thing really illuminating anything is a fireplace. The fireplace burns and crackles. You see some books atop of it, and some gentle light from the outside moonlight, but not much else. If you want, you can try looking for something in here, or perhaps a light source to carry. Or maybe you can even use minor illusion to cast a little light.
I don't know if I want to create a light source.
Okay.
I would want to stay in the dark as much as possible. The only reason why I went down this hallway was because there were guards at the other end.
Right.
Or at the other choice.
Is there anything in particular you want to find in here?
I just want to see if it's an office or anything that could carry either the information that I'm supposed to steal or perhaps the keys.
Okay, give me a investigation check.
Ten?
Ooh. So, luckily the light from the window illuminates a small book, and with it, a piece of paper flutters or sticks inside the book. And from where you're standing, you can kind of read that the paper says Hornigold Estate. Do you wish to investigate?
Would you like me to roll again?
No. Just do you want to check it out?
Yes.
All right. So you pick up the book. It's small, but you pull out the piece of paper like a bookmark, and you unfold it. It seems to be a map of the Hornigold Estate.
She's incredibly excited for this.
Cha-ching. Okay, so on the map paper, you can see that there is a large outside garden. You can see a kitchen, a lounge with an assortment of books, and you think that could be where you are right now. A bathroom, another bathroom, another bathroom. You could see a long drawing of what appears to be the letter Y and some black rope or black line drawn to what looks like an outhouse outside. You can also see a laundry room where you think maybe the maidens they were talking about earlier could be. And then you see bedrooms.
Alright, she will put the laundry room in the back of her head for now. What she wants to find out is the bedroom her target would be staying in, or a study.
Okay. So it seems a study would be north of where you are now, and the bedrooms are all upstairs. The laundry room would be downstairs.
So the study is in the same floor that I am right now.
Yes.
How far away is it?
Give me a perception check to analyze the map contents.
It's a 21.
Okay. So from this hallway, from this lounge room, you could see a Z or N-shaped hall that goes up, then down, and then up again. And at the end of it, it says study room.
Right. Where are the stairs leading upstairs or upward?
That would be about back the way you came, but there's also another set of stairs pointing towards the right, away from the N-shaped hallway to the study. So you can go towards the study, or you can go away from it, or you can go back the way you came to the second floor.
Where's that second set of stairs go to? It just leads upstairs to a different area of the house?
According to the map, it's mostly just bedrooms upstairs, yes.
Alright, I will actually work my way up and downward. So I will go upstairs first.
You wish to go to the bedroom first. Rooms.
Yeah, if I start at the top floor, I can work my way down.
Okay. Give me a stealth check to do that without making noise.
$23.
Not bad. So outside of this lounge area, you creep through the well-lit halls, and the light of the halls gives you an unnerving feeling. You don't like being exposed. So you kind of want to move through it quickly, and so you do. But you do manage to make towards the second flight of stairs. Each step creaks.
Hate it.
Give me a stealth check again.
Can I cast any spells, or...
What spells do you have?
Well, first, I guess my question is she, like, bare bones, she wouldn't know any of her spells yet?
Well, what spells do you have, and I'll tell you if you have it.
Because they're all... I have one cantrip and all second level spells. I have Darkness, Dark Vision, Pass, and Silence.
Okay, you have access to all cantrips.
I only have one cantrip, and that's Minor Illusion.
That works. Or maybe not for now, but with that might be useful later, maybe. So, yeah, the stairs all creak with each foot you place on it.
Alright, if I have no access to those spells, I will roll the stealth if you still want me to.
Yeah.
That's a 19.
Not bad. So it seems like nothing goes to investigate the sound of the stairs, but it does still make you unnerved and uncertain. You hate it. But you manage to make it upstairs, and you see a singular hallway with several rooms and doors on either side. And at the very end of it, you see a much bigger door. What do you wish to do in this hallway of many bedrooms?
First of all, I want to walk along this hallway slowly and listen to hear if there's any movement behind any of the doors that I pass.
Give me perception.
Oh my god. 4.
It is painfully silent. In fact, the only thing that makes noise in this hallway is your own breathing.
Don't like that.
None of these doors, except for the one at the very end, seems to really stand out. But there could be something valuable in any of them. Would you like to attempt to open one of these doors?
No, I want to go through the big one first.
The large door is very deep red with a golden handle. Turning it, it's locked. You cannot get in.
I want to go to the closest bedroom to this door.
All right, about 10 feet away from this door and on your left is the closest door. So you go over to it, you open it, it is unlocked. You see a very small bed and a little chest. What do you do?
I want to close the door behind me, of course. And I want to take a quick look around the room. Just out of curiosity.
Perception check.
I hoped that switching dice would help, but it doesn't. My perception is just straight garbage today. Let's see. So that's a 6.
Unfortunately, you don't really see anything. You see a very small bed, well tucked, and you see a wooden chest. Although even though you do not see much, you begin to infer, based on the size of the bed and chest, that this might be a child's room.
She doesn't really feel good about that, because she actually really likes children, if you hadn't noticed. She'll leave things alone out of respect for the child. She wants to look for a window.
It doesn't seem like there's any windows in here, but perhaps there's one outside in the hallway again.
Alright. I'll go back out then.
Okay. So you do manage to see a window. It is sealed shut. How do you want to interact with this window?
Does it look like... Does it look like the window is kept well, or is it rusted and it would make a noise if I tried to unlock and open it?
Investigation check.
That's a 6.
It seems pretty normal. It doesn't seem too new nor too old.
Alright, may I look out the window? What do I see?
You see a garden that's currently being kept by 3 women, and you see the large rope that was depicted in the map again, and it leads towards this outhouse looking place very far away across the garden.
That's not what I'm looking for, though. Alright, I want to attempt to open the window.
Okay. It's not locked. So you go ahead and open it. It makes a slight noise when opening, and that unnerves you, but nothing really seems to happen. So now the window's open, and you feel a draft in the air from the wind hitting you. What do you do now?
I want to be stealthy about sticking my head out the window and looking to see if there is a window that I might be able to try to go through to get into that locked room.
Perception check.
Come on. Alright, I got a 20 this time.
You got a nat 20?
No, it was a 19 plus 1.
Okay. So there doesn't seem to be any sort of a window to that room. But you do see some gutters that lead downwards to the floor. You could probably shimmy this and go down and see what there is.
I could do that, but I wanted to get into the room. I didn't want to go to the ground floor yet. So, if it means leaving the top floor, I don't want to do that yet.
Okay, what exactly do you wish to stay for?
I would rather look through the other bedrooms first.
Okay.
See what I can find.
So you start opening through doors, walking through the hallway a bit haphazardly. And you don't really see much of anything, just a bunch of beds, some dusty, some not. None of them really seem like they've been recently lived in. But then you hear from the red door you wish to enter, you hear a Then you hear footsteps coming from behind that door. What do you wish to do now? Kristen?
I'm thinking.
Okay.
Does the door swing outward or inward?
Inward.
And does the door take up the whole wall, or are there like expanses of wall on either side?
It takes up pretty much the whole wall. It's kind of a narrow hallway. It's just for bedroom area. So if you wish to hide, if you want to, the best place to be would be in one of these rooms.
Alright. Damn, I wanted to watch him. Okay. I suppose I'll hide then.
Stealth check.
18.
Alright. So the massive door, its handle shimmies a bit as it turns. You see Henry Hornigold, now with a nightgown and a single candle that he's now carrying. He seems as if puzzled. Servants? Anyone? Huh?
Mm, I might want to try something.
What is it?
Can I use both, like, minor illusion and my mimicry to simulate children's laughter in that child's room?
You absolutely may.
I wish to do that.
Alright. So with the spell taught to you by your Grand Master, you get the idea to play a trick on Henry Hornigold. You conjure up the sound of a child laughing in the child's bedroom. You hear it giggle, and so does he. What? Whoa. He starts approaching it. Walter? No, no. He goes all the way to that child's room, and he now has his back turned against you, or the door that you are hiding behind. If you want, you can stealthily open the door and sneak behind him.
I want to. I want to try to get into his room while he's not looking.
Alright. Stealth check. With advantage because he's distracted.
17's my highest.
Alright. In some excitement, you stammer. Or not stammer. You pace to the door with Henry's back turned against you. He begins mumbling to himself something about it's impossible and they're not real. That he's just tired. You could tell by his tone that he's a bit like he's emotionally hurt.
Yeah, it was a pretty dirty trick.
You managed to sneak your way into the bedroom, but if you were to try to close it, Henry would be very suspicious. What do you wish to do? You are now in a large master bedroom.
I want to scan the room as quickly as I can. See if I can find anything of significance.
You see a door that leads to a bathroom, and you see a window with long drapes, and you see a large chest at the end of the bed. But that is all you see. If you wish to look for anything else, you need to give me a perception check.
Alright. Any desks, any ledgers, any nightstands, anything that could have what I'm looking for.
Investigation or perception, your choice.
Damn it. 9.
You do not see anything of the sort. But you do manage to see a a little rat atop the what you call it, the window drape. You squint your eyes a bit, and you see that it is holding a keychain, in its mouth. What do you do?
I want to quietly squeak at it.
The rat, chirps back and scurries away through an opening on the window with the key in its mouth.
To attempt to follow it.
You will need to open. These windows.
Okay.
It appears that these windows are locked.
Alright. Is there a way to unlock it, or do I need something to unlock it?
Do you have any sort of lock picks in your inventory? Or thin blades? Take a look at your character sheet for a moment.
I have jeweler's tools. I have a crowbar. I have a hammer. I have a steel spike that has an eye that I can loop rope through.
You could what?
It is a steel spike with an eye, so it's an opening that you can loop rope through.
Oh, loop rope through. Okay. So, if you try using the crowbar or the hammer, you could smash it, but that would be very noisy. If you want to try using the jeweler's tools, maybe you can find something long and sharp enough to stick in this keyhole and pick it. Or you could hide in this room and see what Henry does. Maybe even try the open window from earlier. Up to you.
The way that he locks the big door, is it just like a lock you can turn, or is that something I'd have to pick as well?
It would be something you would need the key for. By the look of the golden lock, you can tell that it would be hard to pick for you. So you would need the key. But then again, you are right now in the room you wish to go to. So you have a feeling that the documents you need are in this room still.
Then I'll stay.
You wish to stay?
I'll stay. My whole objective is to get those documents, so I will stay.
Okay. So Henry Hornigold goes all the way down the hall to the child's room. And even him far away right now, you could see how upset he is, and even a little bit angry. Contemptible miscreants. Monsters them all. I'll have them. They'll be brought to justice. He starts to head back to his bedroom, the one you are in right now. If you wish to not be caught by him, you will need to find a place to hide and roll stealth again. You could try hiding in the... Sorry. I'll let you go first.
Does the bathroom have a tub, and does the tub have a curtain?
You can see that it does, yes.
I would like to hide in there, please.
make your way into the bathroom, into the private bathroom. Did you roll stealth yet?
22.
Very good. So you sneakily move aside the shower curtains and crawl your way into the bathtub. Henry Hornigold, he walks back and continues muttering, but you don't know what he's saying. He simply just closes the door again and goes back to sleep. You are now in his private bathroom and bedchamber.
Did he not lock the door, or did he?
You would have to go and check.
I will once I know for sure that he is asleep. Like, deep asleep.
After a while passes, you don't really hear anything. You can hear him breathing a bit, but you don't know yet if he's asleep, and you're getting a bit impatient.
Yeah, I am.
If you want to check that he's fully asleep, you'll have to come closer to him. Do you wish to do that?
Yeah.
Alright. So you come closer to him and the floorboard squeaks as you do that. And you are absolutely enraged at this. But he doesn't seem to turn over or acknowledge the sound. He is asleep.
Old squeaky house. Alright, I better start stealthing through the room then.
Okay.
I would like to start going through and checking wherever I think might hold documents.
Investigation.
$18.
You take a few minutes to look. You don't see anything for a little while, but then you do manage to find a little folder that has a piece of parchment paper, and it doesn't detail much, but it does say that it says that evidence is in the chest, the large chest. That is where he keeps private information.
Is there a lock on this chest?
Yes, there is.
I want to look around for keys.
You look around for keys more. Any spares, anything. But the only key that you remember seeing in this room was the one that was in the mouth of the mouse.
I had a feeling you were gonna say that. Does this lock look pickable?
You can certainly give me an investigation check.
20.
You know for certain that this is too hard for you. If you try doing it now with what you have, you will definitely make too much sound and he will notice you.
Fuck. Alright. Is the big door locked?
No, in fact he shut it, but you did not hear any tumblers, so that door is now unlocked.
I want to open it a crack and peek out to see if there's anybody in the hallway.
You do just that. You sneakily open the door, and it is just as empty as you left it.
Alright. I want to go back out, close that door quietly, and I want to go for that window.
Excellent. So you make your way to the window again and open it. You know that the rats like to use gutters. So you're hoping if you find the gutters, or if you find the gutters and follow them, you'll find the rats.
Mm-hmm.
So you open it. Give me an acrobatics check to shimmy down this gutter.
That is a 12.
Ooh. So you do manage to go down it pretty well, but you make a lot of noise in the process. And now the garden attendants, whatever you want to call them, are now a bit hasty. Oh dear, I think. What do you think that was?
I want to make the sound of the rats.
Give me deception with advantage.
20 is my highest.
You make the sound, and the other garden attendant looks over in your direction as well. She says, "Oh, vermin. Absolutely not. You think it is vermin? I just heard it, did you not? I suppose not. Well, I also am not keen on interacting with rats. We really need to hire an exterminator. Yes, indeed. I would not think about it." You managed to deceive the garden attendants who heard you. You can see some downward stairs. You are now outside, and you can see some downward stairs and a closed door. Do you wish to go down these stairs?
I want to see if I can see any rat tracks.
Survival check.
$17.
You definitely do see rat tracks, even some droppings.
Lovely. Where do they lead?
They lead downstairs.
Haha. Alright. I'll make my way down the stairs. While keeping an eye out.
Okay. Looking through, you manage to see, looking through the peephole of the door first, because you're intelligent. You look through, and you do manage to see that this is indeed the laundry room.
I did want to go and I actually did want to, at the end of my journey, check this place out, but it looks like, I'll be doing it a little earlier. So, yes, I would like to go and attempt to stealth my way in if possible.
Okay. You managed to do that. I won't make you roll for it this time. And you open and close the door. And you see the laundry room. You make your way through it, and you fumble around in a pile of smelly clothes that you assume to be Henry's, hoping that you might find a key in there. With luck, Henry could be the type to forget his keys in his clothes. Once you find the coat that he once had walking over here, you feel its pockets, but no key. Damn it. After putting the clothes back, you notice the same rat from earlier, with the key still in its mouth. How do you wish to go about this?
Would I have brought anything, like any kind of snack
only thing you brought is the shinies from when you entered, and that's it, really. That's the only thing you took.
Hmm. I would like to coax it with more squeaking.
It chirps at you, and you chirp at it with the same tone, but it does not move.
Hmm. I want to get down to its level and try to coax it again. Maybe move a little closer in a non-threatening manner.
Animal handling with advantage.
14's my highest.
It is very non-threatened by your presence, and even likes you a little bit, but it is not letting go of the key. Now what do you do?
I'll take out a spoon and put it in front of me. Would you like to trade?
To trade?
Would you like to trade? Shiny for shiny?
Hey Carter, get out of here. No, I don't care about your hungry.
Once again, this is her thought process. She's a
Trade
very
shiny for shiny.
she is a very shiny motivated person or bird. I also want to put my hand palm up on the ground as well.
Your hand palm?
I want to put my hand on the ground, but with the palm upward.
And you're trying to get it to crawl into your hand?
To either swap out the key or to crawl into my hand, yes.
It does not drop the key, but it does crawl into your hand.
Alright, time to bust out the charm. I'll just continue to squeak softly, reassuringly, and I want to attempt to stroke it lightly with one of my bird fingers.
It is enjoying its attention. It likes you, but it still has not dropped the key.
Can I try to get my hand a little closer? Maybe scratch under its chin? Maybe give a little suggestion that I want the key by tapping at it a little?
Animal handling again.
$15.
Okay. So it loosens its mouth a bit, and the key falls to the floor.
Alright, I want to take it. I want to
Okay.
take it, but afterward I'll give a scritch of gratitude.
Okay. So you managed to take the key, and what do you do with the rat? Do you let it go?
After I thank it, yes, I will place it on a soft surface somewhere and let it go.
Okay. It drops to the floor, dusts itself off, and it looks back at you, and in Reginald's voice it says, "You're welcome." You have no
She
idea.
likes him so much.
You do not even know who Reginald is, but you feel like the you feel like the voice is familiar.
Well, you know, she's got an affinity for rats, I suppose. She is named after the sound of them.
The rat scurries into a dark corner, and now you have the key.
All right. Since there are no gossiping maidens, it sounds like, I'm gonna want to leave. First though, I need. Can you give me just like a minute?
Mm-hmm.
I'll be right back.
Intermission. So yeah, wonderful weather we're having. This is pretty good. Hi, Daz, alien geek. I'm recording a small video for one of my D&D players, and sorry if I took a while to look at your message and respond. It's just I've been a bit preoccupied. Sorry, but I hope you're enjoying the story so far. I wrote it personally for the person right here in question, and they will be back soon.
I have returned.
Good. So, you now have the key. You know of at least 3 ways back up to the room, and the closest one, but perhaps the loudest, is the gutter you came down here with.
Have the attendants moved on, or are they still there?
You don't know just from being in here. You need to venture out and see.
All right. I'll venture out and see.
You see that they are still here, and they're trying their hardest not to look over at where they think the rat is, which is downstairs.
Can I throw my voice again? Try to make it seem like the rat is getting closer to them.
How do you want to do it? Just like a ever approaching sound?
Try to make them kind of scurry away to either a different part of the garden or to go back inside.
Okay. Deception with advantage.
Crap. What the fuck? My highest is 10.
Okay. That's not very good.
No, it's not.
So they hear this and they're a bit jumped, but one of them says, "No, that's not a rat. It doesn't sound like anything normal." "Whatever do you mean, Amanda?" "I don't know, actually. It just didn't sound like it was natural." "What do you think it could be?" Well, I don't want to sound superstitious. You think it was Walter? Silence! Stop. You need to stop bringing him up. You need to stop bringing him up. But I used to take care of him. It was so sad when he died. No one knows still how, except for the Lord. was happy to see him go, especially not the Lord. But it's all just better if we forget about him. The ladies go on and on about a dead child, and one of them brings up the possibility that the house is haunted. I prefer not to believe in ghosts. Well, I do. I want to believe in something more than this. I don't want to be a maiden forever. The other one just sighs.
Can I be an asshole?
Yes.
Can I use my my illusion to create child-sized muddy footprints leading up to them?
Absolutely.
I want to do it.
Okay. So you do just that. And I won't even make you roll for it because it's really funny. But you hear they hear us splish, 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 walking through some wet soil. And one of them goes, Amanda, look. Amanda screams her head off and runs away in fear. And the other woman chases after her, and some guards also follow her.
Am I now alone in the garden?
You are now. They're still in sight, but you're pretty much alone. Yes.
Fuck yes. Okay. I want to stealth my way back up the gutter.
Acrobatics.
Let's go. 15.
Okay, you manage to do it, and you push open the window, and you snicker and laugh at yourself at your amazing creativity.
She is pretty proud of herself for that
Yeah,
one.
you love it.
Jerk bird. Let's go.
Okay. So, very, very happy at what you've done. You sneakily go back to Henry's bedroom. And you open it because it's unlocked. And you see that Henry is gone. He's not in his bed.
Oh. He's not in his bed, but is he still in the room or is he in the bathroom?
You don't know.
Can I look around or listen?
Investigation or perception?
Oh my god, are you... So I got a nat 1, but with my modifier it's a 4.
You are scared at the idea of him being gone. You don't know where he is. But you do have the key for the chest. You might be able to get out of here before he comes back.
Alright, sneak in.
You sneak over the chest. You insert the key that the rat gave you. And you twist it. Click. And you open it. You see some clothing. And on top of it, you see what you came here for. You see the evidence, the falsified evidence. And then you hear a voice. You think, I don't know they would come for me.
God, fuck, I knew it. Okay.
You think I'm stupid, bird girl. Do you say anything? Do anything?
Fuck. Hold on. Let me think.
As you're thinking, Hornigold's footsteps seem impossibly loud, and you hate that you were just caught for the first time on your first mission. You know what? You're too young to kill. You're not worth it. But I have a secret for you, and I hope you're smart enough to listen. I hope you could take this little message back to your little clan of murderers. You think you can get away with anything? Let's see what happens when I take away a child of theirs. You're scared at the words, but you remembered how he said how he didn't want to kill you. Almost like he's flipping between the ideas. Your little clan took my son from me. And I will have my revenge. I will bring you all to justice. So you know what, fine. I've decided not to kill you. Even though I'm sure you would make a delicious meal.
She's terrified at this.
Walter walks around a bit. He seems to touch the wall that was leading to the bedroom and pulls out a knob that was in the wall. A secret. He pulls out a pistol. He aims it at you. Go ahead, bird. Take it back. Take it back, do whatever you want with it. But this will not stop me. And if we ever see each other again, I will kill you. He fires the pistol upward. And the entire mansion is now on alert. You will need to get out of here quickly and cautiously if you want to.
Mm-hmm.
So, a lot of guards rush into the building, and you do manage to sneak your way past most of them. And some you don't. They see you, and they give chase. You run and run and run for what feels like forever. And then you make it back into the city you were once in. In a deserted alleyway where it's dark and cramped and you feel safe again. You begin to question what he might have meant by clan of murderers. And the thought of your family killing children is abhorrent to you.
Incredibly.
So you decide to take a look at this falsified information. You cut it open, and you see that it is not mere evidence, but specifically a letter. The letter reads, "It is done. Walter Jurgen is dead, and the Cloven Empire now lacks an heir. The Jurgen family will soon crumble, and after that I shall strike at the Xian family line. Unfortunately, I did have a witness to my act of killing. A little child. The house butler, Henry Hornigold, witnessed me killing the witness as well. I had to fight them both off. A pity, and my deepest apologies, Grandmaster. But I will make it up to you. I will be in Xia by the time of my writing this letter, but I highly recommend Henry and any of his other children be killed or rendered inert in some damning way before I am departed. I would recommend my hatchling once it is her time to blossom into our way of life. This would make a great initiation for her. Guide my daughter well to the path of penumbra. The letter concludes with a depiction of a black hand written on the bottom of the paper. And that is how the dream ends.
And lots of conflicted feelings. I like it.
Uh-huh. I have been waiting so long to read you that. That was so much fun. How was it for you? Did you like my story?
I did. Very much, actually.
I didn't get like I wrote it a certain way and it didn't turn out exactly like how I wanted, but I did get the main thing where you go into a maybe haunted mansion and use the fact that it may be haunted against the people who are in it. And that
Oh,
was
yeah.
and that was what I really wanted to drive home if you did anything in this mansion.
Well, I'm glad that I fulfilled your expectations because, yeah, that's the first thing that popped in my head was, I'm gonna fuck with these people.
I wanted to. I wanted you to. The interaction with Henry didn't turn out like how I planned, but I still rolled with it and it was good. So yeah, apparently you, according to this letter, you were not found as an egg. You were born into this monastery, and that your very own parent is responsible for killing a child. You'll have a lot of things to say to your grandmasters and brothers.
Yeah, yeah. That's, So, is she dreaming, like, legit her past, or is it just...
I'd say you don't know. Once you wake up back in Barovia, you will have memories of these dreams, and you will not be certain if they actually occurred.
Alright, I just wanted to know how I was gonna play this because she wouldn't know if that was real or not. As I
You,
said, conflicted feelings.
yeah, the feelings are very real, and the chance is very real, but you don't know if it was real history.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
essentially.
that was Dream 1, and if you wish to see more of what I've written for you, the successing dreams, you will need to complete the Dark Gift milestones in the actual sessions, and
Mm-hmm.
you would get level 2 of your Dark Gift, which means a innate power up and a selection of optional ones, as well as an innate flaw too. So if you want to see where the story goes, you'll have to work for it.
Alright, let's see.
Right now, your flaws, and not your flaws, your milestones are what you need to do to get a bonus is pinned messages. Uh, make 10 enemies fear the dark. Plant a highly valuable object in the pocket of someone whom it doesn't belong to. Give at least 3 NPCs hope in times of despair. And accumulate a financial worth of at least 500 currency.
Now, see, I was trying to get started on that third one when I was
Mm-hmm.
attempting to get that soul back for the child. but I died.
Yeah, if you did manage to do that, then you definitely would have at least three. I mean, at least one down.
Yeah,
And
but I died.
currency, finding money is definitely going to be something you're going to want to do. I might reduce the amount of money instead of 500, maybe less, because you don't need to complete like level the first milestone to get to level 2 and so on. You can do this in any order you can or want to.
Hmm.
They're just mostly role play things you can do in real session to get more of this story and upgrades.
All right. Well, I already said that I was going to start stealing a lot of shit.
Yeah,
Um, so I'll work on that. I do have that locket.
the
I'm not sure how.
locket. Oh yeah, the locket from the winery.
Yeah, I'm not sure how valuable it is, but if I ever think to plant it on somebody, I will.
Me neither. The sooner you find the art you made for the locket and the other thing that was found in the winery, I can put up its worth and what it is too,
All
so
right.
that everyone sees too.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm glad you liked what I did. I really wanted a thief inspired like heist kind of first dream where the reward was learning that everything you knew wasn't true.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, feels good. Okay. Um,
You
let's,
made it just in time too, because 6:15 I have to jump into Loxy server.
yeah.
I
So
was trying to rush it at the end too. I was like, oh crap, we're
I
getting
was
close.
also thinking the same thing. I knew you had to go, but I think it was appropriately timed. I think these dreams won't last anywhere. Like I don't think that will last more than 90 minutes because we're at
Hmm.
an hour and a half right now, which is fine.
Hmm.
So
It was
yeah.
fun though. I really like that you allowed me to spook. You were all like, yes, please do.
Hmm.
uh,
All right.
well, I'm
Well,
glad we are on the same wavelength at times.
yes. With that, that is the conclusion of Act 1 to Squeaks' personal dream, How Birds Are Made.
Hmm.
See you later, recording.